Okay. Hello, CST family. I don't know what the, let's see, real quick.
Looks like I'm the only one showing on the YouTube screen.
I see that.
Maybe I can
Oh,
move my lips while you talk. There we go. Lip sync.
I think I just needed to adjust the screen. There we go. Okay, hello CST family and welcome to our CST's Summer YouTube Live meeting. We are excited to get to meet with you and chat with you today. I hope you're enjoying your much deserved time off. And let's just jump right into the meeting, shall we? So each week we'll be bringing you updates and important information about all of the preparations for the 2022-23 school year. This week we're going to be talking about the important dates to remember, the coveted routing updates that I know a lot of people are very anxious to hear about. We're going to be talking about all things in service because we have some changes that we're doing this year that you guys will want to know about. And then Terry's going to talk about the D.O.T physicals and the new monitor physicals, as well as the summer driver evaluations. So let's just jump right over to our important dates to know. Here are a few weeks of important dates that you'll want to remember. We're going to be doing this YouTube Live every Tuesday at 10 a.m. until school starts. So you'll want to make sure that you're here, or it'll be recorded and also going to the other social media channels, so you'll be able to catch it even if you're not available on Tuesdays at 10. We're also going to be hosting a CST lot barbecue every other Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. starting this Friday. So we encourage you to bring your family and enjoy either a hot dog or a hamburger. We're going to be having a theme at each barbecue, so make sure that you participate. This Friday's barbecue theme is Hawaiian Shirt Day. So come in your favorite Hawaiian shirts. The ESY program starts on June 27th. All of the summer programs, for the most part, are running on Monday through Thursday, which is a really nice change of pace. Monday, July 4th, none of the summer programs are running, and the CST offices are closed. On Tuesday, July 5th, General Education Summer School is closed, but the ESY summer program is back in session. And we'll be having a CST barbecue on July 8th. We'll announce the theme for that barbecue as the date gets closer. I did want to bring to everybody's attention that there is a date correction that I need you guys to know about. On the 2022-23 important dates to know that was handed out before school got out, it said that the last day of summer school and ESY was on July 28th. That is incorrect. The correct date is Thursday, July 21st. So I just want to make sure that everybody knows that that's the correct last day of summer school. Here is another slide that has all of the summer dates that are coming up, and these are printed here at Ward Lot. So if you're in the area and you come to one of the barbecues, if you want a copy, go ahead and grab it. There's a couple of dates that I want to highlight. On July 27th, we're going to be having a CST paint party from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. It does cost $25, but that includes all of your supplies, your paint brushes, the paint, the canvas, and the canvas stand. And we're going to have an instructor here on site to help us make sure all of our paintings are pretty. So it'll be a lot of fun, and I hope you can join us. If you're planning on attending, there is a sign-up sheet up in dispatch, but you can also call and sign up that way. Another couple of important dates to know about is August 8th and 9th. Those are our bid preview days. The routes are changing pretty drastically this year, and so those are going to be really important dates for you to come in and look at the routes to see the changes, to find routes that you're interested in, and get a list of 3 or 4 routes that you're interested in bidding on. Because the bid days that will be by appointment on August 10th through the 12th, you will only have 3 minutes to bid. So you will need to know which routes you are interested in and want to bid on prior to arriving for your appointment. So it's super important to make sure that you're here for those bid preview days and to get that list of interested routes up. So, and then dispatch will be setting up those bid appointments based on your seniority date. So they'll be contacting you to tell you what date and time your appointment will be. So since we're talking about routes, let's just jump right into the a little bit of an overview of what the routes are going to look like next year.
Hey, Rebecca.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think your slides are showing on YouTube. I've got it pulled up here, and I'm only seeing me.
Oh, that's not good. There we go. Maybe. Okay.
There you go. Perfect.
Okay. Perfect. So these are what's printed at the lot, guys. this calendar with all the summer dates are printed at the lot. Sorry about that. Thank you, Terry. So this is the 22. This is an overview of what the 22-23 school year routes are going to kind of look like. We used to have 3 main regions, and the sped routes. This next school year, we're going to have 6 main regions with the sped routes. And so the C routes will be divided between our V and Y routes. The S routes will be divided between the I and G routes, and the N routes will be divided between R and O routes. And that's going to make a little bit more sense as soon as we get to the map. So hang tight with me for 1 second. The changes to sped routes is going to be minimal. The only part of sped that's going to change is the regions. So basically, if there was a sped route that was crossing into other regions, we're going to pull those apart and connect the high school, middle school routes with elementaries that are located inside these regions that we've worked with the district to design. So let me show you guys a map of what that is going to look like. So these are the regions that have been determined by us and the West Ada district personnel. There are 6 regions. There's Eagle, Oahe, Rocky Mountain, Centennial, Meridian, and Mountain View. And I'm sure you can tell that the regions have been broken up based off of the boundary lines of each high school. So the Eagle regions are going to be the R routes. The Oahe region is going to be the O routes. Rocky Mountain is going to be V routes. Centennial will be the I routes. Meridian will be Y routes. And Mountain View will be G routes. And then sped routes will stay the same with the B routes. One of the other changes that have been negotiated and what we're working on right now are the walk to stop neighborhood enforcements. All of the district has had a walk to stop policy that has never been enforced until this coming up year. And the middle school and high school students, grades 6 through 12, can safely walk up to 0.8 miles to a designated stop. Elementary schools walk to stop distance is 0.4 miles. So what you're going to see on routes this coming up year are routes that have significantly less stops and will be entering neighborhoods a lot less than in years past. These changes are designed to improve routes and the on-time performance, which we really struggled with in the 21-22 school year, where we were running some routes up to an hour late into some of the schools. So this is designed to help make sure that that doesn't happen again. One of the so I'm going to show you a difference between one of our routes. So this is a Centennial route that last year had 8 stops. And this area that has the little gray square around it is the load pickup. You'll notice that it's 2 to 3. At the highest was 5 students that were getting on the bus at stops. Next year's routes will have a significantly higher load count at each stop, but will have and will have less stops. So, and the stops are going to be they're not going to be every few hundred feet. It will be at least 0.8 miles if we're able to do so safely. So, and then the other really important key points to what we're trying to do this year for routes is we're requiring students to register to ride a school bus. So these parents will need to get into Power School and register their kiddos to ride the bus so that we can have accurate manifests, accurate seating charts. All of these things, they're multifaceted. Like, for example, that piece right there is to really help with student management and to be able to know who's on the bus, being able to have students' faces to names and that kind of thing for drivers to be able to manage their student management well. The next slide that I wanted to bring up, so that's really basically what I wanted to go over for routes this week. I am probably going to be talking a lot about routes in these live meetings because there's a lot of changes. This is just scraping the surface as far as what we are trying to accomplish and what the routers are diligently working on. They're doing amazing work. It's phenomenal to see what they're doing, and I want to share that with you guys as we're making progress. So you can expect to see routing on the agenda for these weekly meetings probably every week. So anyways, so the next thing we're gonna pass routing right now. I did want to talk a little bit about what we're doing this summer. We do have we have 3 ESY monitor routes that we have open still. So if you are interested in being a monitor on one of our ESY summer routes, those routes will be starting on July 20. On June 27th. So that's next week, next Monday, the routes are starting. If you're interested in doing a monitor route, please call Thomas or Jessica in dispatch and let them know so we can get those routes filled up. Okay? The last thing is our in-service schedule. We have generally only one in-service each year. This year, because we have so many changes that are coming up, so much information that we want to share with you guys, and we really, really want to set next year up to be a huge success because this last year was such a challenge. So we are working really hard to get next year set up to be just an amazing year. So we have 3 different in-services, potentially 3 different in-services. 2 that everybody will attend, and then a third one that sped drivers and monitors will be attending. And that is the general in-service on August 16th, and then the sped in-service on August 22nd. That's not correct. I'm sorry. So this let's just move on. I'll fix this for next week. Terry, did you want to go into your slides?
Sure, absolutely. If you want to go ahead and pop to that next slide. So I want to talk a little bit about those of you that have your DOT physicals coming due during the summertime. Now, Leslie does an excellent job of getting in touch with you, usually at least a month before that physical is due. We do have some providers that you can use. We have Dr. Gibson, who comes to the lot and will do, like, usually it's Wednesdays, and we'll set up appointments and you can come in and he'll do your physical. We have Dr. Bond, who's a chiropractor here in Meridian, who also can do those. You can schedule that in the office. In the past, you could go to any primary health, just walk in and say, hey, I care for my DOT physical. You cannot do that anymore. The system that we use now requires that you have what we call an e-passport. So like if those of you that have had a drug screen recently, you know, I hand you the piece of paper with your name and information. You have to have that kind of paper. So if you want to go to a primary health or to St. Luke's Occupational Health to have that physical done, please let me know. I will get that scheduled and get you that paperwork. Because if you just walk into primary health with no e-passport, they're going to be looking for money. They're going to say, how are you paying for this? They don't automatically bill us now. It goes through our higher right system. So just let me know. And please don't wait till the last minute on these DOT physicals, especially if you know that you need to go to your primary care physician for such things as high blood pressure, diabetes, CPAP machines. Get those taken care of. Get your appointments set up. Now in the summertime, it's not been uncommon to have doctors who go on vacation for 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time, and now your DOT is going to expire, and you're not able to get into the primary care physician before the DOT expires, and then get into our DOT examiner. Creates a lot of havoc. So if your DOT does expire, you're going to get a letter from the state saying that you have a certain amount of time to get that taken care of, or they're going to downgrade your license, meaning you will no longer have a CDL. You don't want to do that. You don't want to lose that CDL. So please get that taken care of ahead of time. And like I said, Leslie's really good about getting in touch with you and letting you know, hey, your physical's coming due. Please don't wait till the day before. Something could happen. Something could come up that physical. You got sugar in your urine or something like that, or and the doctor needs more explanation. And if your physical has expired, if you haven't gone in and taken care of that, you will not be allowed to bid on a route. So only those who everything is compliant on their DOT, their evals, all that kind of thing will be allowed to bid. So any questions, feel free to just, shoot me a text, call me, whatever. So go ahead and flip to that next slide. All right, so we sent out notification at the end of the school year that we are now instituting what we call fit for duty physicals for all of our monitors. And I know that there was some concern about this, like what exactly does that mean? So this is all based on the monitor job description and the very physical attributes of the job of a monitor. Now, in a DOT physical with the drivers, there are certain things you are expected to be able to do, the bending down, the stepping up, the grasp, those kinds of things. We've never had to do that for our monitors. And we've run into issues with monitors who say, well, I can't do wheelchairs, I can't bend down, I won't do wheelchairs, I can't do harnesses, those kinds of things. And we want to get away from that. Plus, we want to make sure that we're not setting our employees up for injury. So we are working with Dr. Bond, one of our DOT examiners. He has developed a physical that is just specific to the physical attributes of the job. Can you walk out to the bus? Can you step up on the steps? Pull a wheelchair? Can you lift 50 pounds? That is in the job description. So he's going to have like a bag with some rice that you'll need to lift up into the wheelchair. Can you pull the wheelchair off of the lift? We're going to start setting those appointments for July 5th. We're going to have 9 slots available on that day. So if you know that you want to go ahead and get that done, get it out of the way, you can text me. You can call here. Let me give you my phone number. And I'm really bad. I don't have my phone number memorized. So my direct line is 208-268-0226. Really, one of the best ways to reach me, if it's non-urgent, is to shoot me a text because then it's sitting there and I'll see that and respond to that. So if you want to get that appointment taken care of on July 5th, let me know. They're going to be about 15-20 minutes long. If you don't pass. So if you come in and the doctor says, look, you're whatever. I'm not sure exactly, what he would say to you. You have a month to get that taken care of. Maybe you need to get into a gym, get with a physical therapist, just do some strength training exercises. There's a lot of strength training you can do at home, or just even doing stretches so that you're able to bend down without causing a lot of pain or issues or those kinds of things. So, and then in that month, we would have you come back in and be reevaluated. All of our monitors will do this on a yearly basis, the same as our drivers, and all of our new hires will be doing it as well. So please don't let this cause a lot of concern or consternation. I understand we all have things and that kind of thing, but we do want to work with you, and we want to make sure that everybody can do the job as it is written in the job description. So again, 208-268-0226, and please, a text is the best way to reach me sometimes. Go ahead and flip to that next slide, Becca. So we're going to talk about driver evaluations. So some of you have your annual driver evaluation that does come due in the summer. This year, one of our trainers, Scott Ricksecker, is going to be focusing on those and doing those for us. So he's going to be contacting you and wanting to set up a time to come in and do that evaluation. It's a driving evaluation. You will do a pre-trip for him. You'll go out, just drive. It's about an hour and a half at the most. And he will go through all of the, evaluating all of the things, and then you're good for a year. So we need to get those set up, get those done. If he contacts you, please don't blow him off. Again, this is part of your compliance. We have to keep track of these. This is something the state of Idaho keeps track of as well, making sure that we are evaluating you on a regular basis, that you are following all of the safe practices, and maybe there's some things that you have forgotten how to do, or things aren't being done correctly. So we just want to get those corrected, make sure that we are driving the bus as safely as possible. Like I said, it's about an hour and a half. Those of you that are collecting unemployment, it's not enough time to really affect the unemployment that you do collect. So, and go ahead, Becca, can you flip to the next slide? So I am asking for some help. It would not be a CST summer if we were not doing some sort of construction project. Go ahead and flip to that next slide. Currently, this is what our SMC area looks like. So we've done a lot of flip-flop. The routers, the 3 offices that they were in, they are now in the office where Terry Marinos was doing classroom, and they will have a direct link into dispatch. The trainers are moving into the areas where the SMCs were, and the SMCs are moving to where the routers were. So we did a lot of flip-flopping, but we're trying to get a classroom back in so that we can do in-person classrooms or whatever we need a classroom for. So we've taken down some of the walls, as you can see here. We're keeping a few of them up, but I need help. I cannot do all of this on my own. So the walls that are sitting in there right now, they need to be taken out. There's some wall repair that needs to happen. I have the spackle, all of those kinds of things, and then it's going to need to be repainted. So I'm asking for help. We will pay you. It is the non-revenue rate of $13 an hour. But hey, if you are a decorating genius, you love to paint, you live to paint, come help a lady out, please. I will be forever grateful to you. Just cleaning out my garage last night, I'm paying for it this morning. And I would like to get this done as soon as possible. We don't have any classroom this week. We need to get our classroom up and running again. We want to get this going and get on a move. So if you can help me out with this, please text me, call me, come in, see me. Please, 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 please. I'm begging for your help. So, all right, that is all I have, Rebecca. I'll throw it back to you.
Yeah, so that's the end.
Oh,
that's
you're muted.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, so that's the end of our presentation and our weekly live meeting for this week. If you have questions that you want answered that would probably benefit the whole group, go ahead and shoot those messages off to Terry or I, and we'll get those included in next week's meeting. And we will see you guys next Tuesday at 10 a.m. or on Friday at the CST barbecue. So I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you later.